What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Audio Architects. Today we're going to be unboxing the Martin Logan Motion 15Is. I am so excited about cracking these things open, have heard nothing but good things. So let's get to it, let's roll. And we're back. What is up, everyone? Mike with Audio Architects here. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you get notified every time I put out new content every Friday. So today, we're going to be unboxing the Martin Logan Motion 15i bookshelf speakers. I am so ready to open these up and see what's inside. All right, guys, we're in. All right, first things first, packaging, and it has a couple of those little, plastic rubbery feet things for the bottom of the speaker. But as we all well know, we don't need instructions. Because why not, right? It's for you, it's for you. All right, we got some healthy piece of foam. All right, and we're just getting right in there, man. This thing's right here. This thing is huge. This thing is ginormous. Wait, there's a box inside a box again. Hold on. What's in the box? What's in the box? Let's get in the box first. Hopefully I just didn't cut whatever was in there. Oh, the grill. Please tell me. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know it. You know it. Wait a second. Are these not magnetic grills? Oh no. Strike one, Martin Logan. No magnetic grills. Well, maybe they are. Well, no, I can feel the little ridges right here. No magnetic grills. Strike one. Is that a porthole, or am I gonna pop a speaker right there? Yeah, it's a porthole. Okay. So far it came really well packaged. I'm digging the packaging. Go ahead and unveil these bad boys. As always, the beautiful nylon baggie. Okay, I gotta be careful with these because they're actually glossy black. Black, as always, because black everything in my life. All right. Here we go. Ooh. Mother trucker. Do I see some peanut buttery fingers on there, huh? Some fingerprints? Dude, this is legit. Look at that tweeter, that driver, the sexy glossy black. Dude, I am in love right now. I'm willing to forgive the lack of magnetic grill, even though it bothers the hell out of me. But, I mean, dude, that is sexy. As you can see in the back, we got a couple plugs, nothing too complicated, nice base port. Dude, I think these things are gonna rock my socks off. All right, guys, I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna unbox the other one, and I wanna get these things rocking and rolling. Let's roll. The Martin Logan Motion 15i bookshelf speakers feature a folded motion tweeter, 5¼ aluminum cone woofer with a rear-firing base port and a proprietary crossover network made to deliver a more refined sound and stunning clarity. The speaker's cabinet supports a reinforced baffle and fabric grille, which later I found out is in fact magnetic. So I take back the strike I gave them earlier. The speakers are available in a gloss black, matte white, and red walnut. However, you all know I went with black. The folded motion tweeter utilizes an extremely low mass diaphragm that squeezes air, thus demanding significantly less excursion than the typical 1-inch dome tweeter. It offers really nice high frequency detail. The mid-bass driver is custom built and is paired with a high-powered magnet structure with aluminum cone diaphragms to deliver massive excursion and output. The 5-way toolless binding posts accommodate bare wire, banana plugs, spade lugs, terminal pin, and alligator clips. The speaker itself bridges elegance with modern minimalism. Its overall design is stunning and would go well with most modern decors. So after listening to them and measuring them using REW, I decided to phone a friend to help me analyze the results. Let's go talk to Giles. All right, guys, I got my friend Giles on the horn, and we're going to dissect this REW situation. I personally am new to the REW world. I'll be honest. I really don't know what that means. So my friend Giles...
It means nothing.
Right.
It's everything or nothing.
Well, for those of you that have never seen us interact, we do have a podcast and web series on YouTube called Power of Sound. So if you want to check that out, it will be in the description below. So yeah, we obviously Giles knows what he's doing, and I trust him, and I want him to tell me exactly what these Martin Logans are doing and why they're doing it. And that's what the REW really does. It kind of gives you an internal graph of sound and why it's doing what it's doing and why it sounds the way it sounds. So for those of you that don't know about REW, we're about to learn everything about REW in about 2.5 seconds.
Not everything.
We'll learn some
stuff. We'll learn some
I
stuff.
want the encyclopedia of REW right now.
So let's pull this file up and take a look and see what we got going on. All right, boom. So Mike, what I need you to do is walk us through what the two measurement graphs are of, right? So REW is just simply a tool. You take a microphone, plug it into a computer, and you'll run a frequency sweep. So it'll output 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz in this example through the speakers, and then the microphone records the relative volume level of it, so you can see how well the speaker reproduces sounds at any given frequency, colored by the environment that the speakers are in, right? So a lot of times you'll see a lot of room interaction with speakers, and so let's talk about, what does the green line represent?
The green line was when I had the microphone directly up to the speaker, and the red line is when I had it placed about 6 feet away from the speaker, which is usually where I sit and listen to these speakers in general.
All right. Okay. So the translation of that is the green line is going to show what is more representative of the speaker's performance. Now you're still getting room interaction, but up close you have less impact from reflection and that kind of thing. And then the red one, this guy down here, this is showing a lot more room interaction. So as you can see, you've got a really huge hump right here in red, another huge hump here, and these are probably room induced. Now if you look at the green, you'll still see that there are humps there, although they're much lessened. They're much less of a hump. So my guess is that this is room stuff. But let's talk about the green line, because that's likely to be a little more indicative of what the speaker's actually doing. As you can see here, if you look across the bottom, you've got the different frequencies. This is 1K, 2K, up to 10K, and then 20K. And a double in your frequency equates out to 1 octave increase in tone or pitch. So this 10K to 20K is kind of the top octave of sound, and then this 30 really down to 15, which we don't see here, would be the bottom octave. And most people generally accept that 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz is like super perfect hearing. And then the older you get, the top end kind of falls off. So with that said, fairly consistent curve. It looks like it kind of slopes down a bit overall before it gets up to 13.1K, where it rolls off naturally, and you see that in a lot of speakers. So I would not consider this necessarily to be a very super bright speaker, as that it does roll off in the top end a little bit. If this was a little more straight across, maybe I would say, hey, that's pretty bright, it's really got a lot going on at the top end. But I would consider this to be more of a mellow speaker. From a bookcase point of view, or rather a bookshelf speaker, one of the things you want to understand is the bass response that these things have, because that's kind of what you trade off when you move from a tower to a bookshelf. Not that tower speakers are all that great at bass reproduction, unless you got some kind of monster with like 3 12s built in or something. But bookshelf speakers, they have a lot less. And in this case, You can see here at 131 hertz, things take a turn to the south, and then things really drop off about 64 hertz. And that's, this is functionally the bottom end of what the speaker is going to do for you. So if you're really looking to get from 60, down to 30, which is an octave, and 30 down to 15, those bottom 2 octaves of sound, you're going to need to supplement this with some type of subwoofer. Now, my guess is, I don't even know the particular model of the Martin Logans we're looking at, but I'm going to guess this is like a 5 1/4 speaker.
Correct. Yeah, it's the Motion 15 eyes. So.
Okay, right on. Yeah, so I would say if this had a 6.5 inch, you would see things going down to more like mid 50s or upper 40s or something before it starts to roll off. But this is, I think, fairly typical for a 5 1/4. So I don't see anything wrong. I mean, this is kind of nasty right here. This hump. Now, I would be curious to understand why it's pushed down so hard, but if you wanted to EQ this out a little bit,
well, like you said, the room has a lot to do with it. The red is the room test, the room
impacting, the room impacting the output of the speaker. So one thing that people really need to understand is when you buy a pair of speakers, the speaker is going to do what they do, but the thing that colors the sound or impacts what you hear in your ears coming out of that speaker more than anything else, more than the source and more than the amplification, is going to be the room, right? Your walls and your furniture and how the sound bounces around in the room. So typically when people ask me, hey, what do I do to make things sound better? I say, well, buy a good pair of speakers and then think about room treatment. Right? And once you get your room treated, you'll be like, man, these speakers are like twice as good as they used to be, or man, it sounds like I got a new amplifier, or whatever. Room treatment super important. But so I think on the bass, these guys are not super strong, and they have not a super forward, not a super bright sound. You can see over here as they roll off a little bit. In general, I love the sound of a Martin Logan speaker. So, you can't judge from a graph how they sound. You can just kind of understand where they might be deficient and how you want to deal with that. So yeah, if you can pull this peak down, or maybe just try and pull this down just a little bit to give you that nice flatter curve. Or some people would just like this the way it is. I don't see any problems with the speaker at all, except the bass is weak. I can tell you just by looking at the curve, I would not be satisfied with the bass response coming out of these without a little bit of subwoofer action.
Paired with a sub, I think these things are gonna scream. I think it's gonna be beautiful. So I'll probably do that next for the final listening situation. And then the measurements are there. So anybody interested in knowing the actual measurements of these speakers, you just got them. I think Giles described the speaker to Giles has not heard the speaker yet. He's just going off the measurement. So I think his description of the measurement was spot on. Dude, thank you, Giles, for being on the show and letting me know what is up with these Motion 15 eyes. I'm definitely excited about them. I love them. I think they're going to be a part of my life for quite some time. So
yeah, I look forward to hearing them. I want to check them out.
Well, I think we're definitely going to do a battle of the bookshelves eventually, and you all will be able to see that on JDM World and on Audio Architects. So definitely subscribe to Giles's channel. It's going to be all in the description below. And let's get back to this show. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that sound demo. Overall, this is my final thought on these Motion 15 eyes by Martin Logan. I thought they were super clear. The clarity was incredible. The mids and highs were nice, mellow, beautiful, not too bright. As the REW measurement showed, it's not a bright speaker, so you're going to get really, really beautiful mids and highs. And where I thought was an area of opportunity was the lows, but in a 5 1/4 inch speaker, you can't ask for too much. So
I'm willing to forgive that because I am pairing these two with a subwoofer. So paired with a subwoofer, they sound absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't ask for a better speaker. So definitely check those out. It'll be in the description below. And thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so that way you're notified every time I put out new content. New content comes out every Friday. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.